Star Wars Force Arena players, welcome to a brand new video. Today we're beginning the Rogue One quest chain. Today in this video you'll see me play the first 1 versus 1s, and then we'll dive into some 2v2s in the next video. Getting to the end where we can complete the chain, unlock some cards and characters hopefully. So using Moff Tarkin, really cheap deck. Wanted to throw in an ATST Walker, which is awesome to have that in there at under 2.9 energy cost. That way people like Luke can't use their tricks with Ben Kenobi to switch it. So diving straight into the first match. And I'm with Moff Tarkin. So with Moff Tarkin, for those of you who don't know, his support cards, TIE Fighter, Doxus Grenade, Net, all those kind of things give him an ability to generate energy, recover some energy, as you saw there by popping above his head. It's kind of the first time I've really used a support deck like that with Tarkin, but I wanted to see how it goes in some 1 versus 1. So it's a good start. Luke's done his usual suicide push. I'll just drop a Doxus Grenade in there. I'd love to have had a stun, but that'll do for now. Do some damage on his turret. He's only level 8, much lower than us, which is to be expected. Net them all together, try and get some health together, and just delay their push. Drop in Doxus Grenade again, and then just obliterate Luke, and then take care of what's left of his units. So rather than dropping the Blazeman right on top of the Wookiee warrior, I just wanted to make an early push, because the warrior was going to be dead anyway, and while Luke's was respawning, I wanted to take that chance just to decimate that turret, which is what we did. Now it looks like this bottom right lane is going to be lost soon, so I'm in a position where I'm going to make a decision to make a push on the top left, but then sacrifice this bottom lane as well, because the amount of energy it's going to cost me to defend it isn't really going to be worth the hassle. So just take care of this light tank if I can while it focuses me, keeping it away from my turret, throwing the Blazeman there, try and pick up this health pack now whilst my Unique and Blazeman do push the right lane, just to keep Luke a little bit busy. But with 1 minute 30 seconds gone, it's looking a bit comfortable but precarious because this turret is severely under pressure. So again, kiting away these Malaz warriors. One of them just died because he just did. And as we move into double energy is what I'm waiting for now before I can deploy my ATST Walker. But this turret will be gone. I don't think I can hold on to this. And quite frankly, don't think it'll be worth it. Luke gets chopped to smithereens, but the turret does go down as I get focused by Gregorian Rebel, and I do get killed for my first death. But moving into double energy now, I do respawn. And now Luke respawns within a couple of seconds, but he's died so many times now. But the spawn there was ridiculous. But anyway, push top left, ATST Walker goes in. Get the Walker to be focused by the turret, but the turret actually focuses me. And I want to keep Luke busy down here. Give everything I've got just to take out that top left turret. Knowing what's going on at the bottom, but it doesn't matter because I died, which was the plan. So when I respawn, I will now respawn by my turret so I can now defend it as he loses his top left turret. So with just 30 seconds to go, I'll deploy yet another ATST Walker, giving Luke a real headache because he's got 2 now to contend with. But it doesn't really make much of a difference now. With just 20 seconds to go, I'll just deploy some units just to keep him busy, and it will be a GG for the first win of the day. Now I don't know about you guys as well, I've noticed on the forums and even in 2v2, trying to play some 2v2 early today and yesterday, that since the announcement of 1.5's changes to 2v2, the queue times have just gone up to like 5 and 6 minutes. Doesn't matter what tier they are, and then you wait for 5 minutes and then you get leveled with a player who's either against people who are either much higher level than you, or you're with a bot or somebody who just goes AFK, which I do now because it's just you know, it's a sorry state of the game at the moment. You get a partner who doesn't help defend, doesn't cover, doesn't pay any attention whatsoever to your lane. So let's pick up our reward there. Let's open and pray for some big jackpot joy when we get our next ticket. So that's the first mission almost done, halfway now. Let's move into the second game. The queue time for 1v1 for the Empire was literally, this is it. I didn't even have to edit the video. It was that quick. For the Rebels, it wasn't that. It was about 45 seconds to a minute wait, and I had to edit that part of the video slightly. But these 2 games were back to back today. So against Han Solo, he's got his proximity bomb, so he's going to be a bit of a tricky customer because Tarkin is relatively weak. I mean, he's an old boy. So I'm looking for an opportunity just to try and recuperate some energy, get one there, wait for him to deploy something so I can do a TIE Fighter drop. There it is, and it's a Grenader, so I'll do that. He's level 10, level 11 Grenader. Doesn't even die to my TIE Fighter. So I'll drop a Darksis grenade, which will kill that grenader up there. I'll throw in my unique, trying to round everybody up together, but Han runs away, thinks against doing that. Level 10 as well. Wow, this is going to be a tough one. Level 5 tank. So snip everything together. Blazeman do some work there on his tank. Stun Han a little bit. Keeping my eye on the bottom right lane. Make sure there's nothing there. But I will push that bottom right lane just to surprise him and see how he responds. He drops in the pod. But I'll just net the pod and keep it out of harm's reach. Again now, trying to stun Han. Recuperate some energy. Do my special ability, which is multiple strike. Taking his turret down to half health. As my ATS he does fall to the ground. I moved the battle to the bottom right now, keeping it away from my top left, and just keeping the focus here. Because I've done some good damage now on that bottom right turret, I want to keep the focus on that one there rather than just pushing everywhere. So I'll drop in my Blazeman, tank focuses me, Blazeman go in there, do stun Han. I get stunned at the same time and I will probably end up dying. There I go. But the Blazeman should just take out that tank as Han drops his proximity mine and is alive, but he's got nothing to push with. He drops in another pod. Perfectly fine. I'll drop in my unique, drop in the Darksis grenade to focus on both. Han runs away, but he'll just get to the health in time. And as we move into double energy, this is when I'll be looking to make my push. He throws in a grenader. I'll drop in a TIE fighter just to do some more damage, but my unique will die. Kaboom, there he goes. Waiting now for Han's next move. He hasn't really played a major push. He's obviously got his pod, he's got his tank, but there's nothing else. So I'm going to make a push now, drop it in my Blazeman, but he tries to go the top left lane with Chewbacca. I'm not bothered about that now, to be honest with you. I'll just stun Chewie the Louis Chewie the Wookiee, as I do take out his bottom right turret. Chewbacca's done a lot of damage top left, but it's nothing to worry about. With 30 seconds to go, this game is going to be as good as done. The action is all this bottom right lane. Just keep it down here. Everything will be rosy. As you can see there, his units are just getting sapped to pieces. Wasted a net, but it regenerated some energy. He's got a final push coming top left, which surprised me with a tank. But I've got the tank focused on me. Dropping my Blazeman. And with just 8 seconds to go, it's going to be a GG and a victory. But he does stun the Blazeman, which is too late because they're already dead. Good game. So that's our first part of the mission 1 complete, and we pick up 500 credits for the privilege. GG. Again, pause the videos to check out our decks and to see how things go with what you're playing and if it's on par with what you think is the best decks for yourself. And as I said with Tarkin, it's all about support to generate that energy and then making it push when you can. So jackpot, 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 jackpot. Oh. One more 0, that would have made my day. So let's move into the second part of this video, fighting 1 versus 1 for the Rebel Alliance. I feel dirty already. So I'm going to choose Lando. This is my deck. Wanted to take out the Gregorian Rebel, taking out my light tank just to see how this deck plays out, to keep the cost relatively low. Because of Lando's shuffling of his pack, I just wanted to try and see how this works. So I'm against Bosk, and I hate playing Bosk because of the snares and roots. So it's going to be a tricky game, this one, but I wanted to see how Lando can cope with his deck. So let's move straight into it. Good start to the day with the Empire. Let's see if we can maintain that now with Lando. So a bit of a different play style. Again, I will be sitting back to see what my opponent does first. Always waiting to see if they make the first move and then go from there. He drops in some stormtroopers. I deployed my Wookiee Warrior in the wrong place. I wanted to deploy it at my bottom right, but he deployed there. So I'll make a push for this left lane. He's got a repair droid there as he decimates all my troopers with a TIE bomber attack. He drops down a light tank, which surprised me. Drop down my Pathfinder to counter it. Light tank level 5. Shuffle my cards. Recover a bit of energy. Gregorian Rebel behind me, but I am going to die and just absorb this as Bosk absorbs 1 more energy for the fact that I died. But he does die as well. Just my Gregorian Rebel, throw in my Wookiee Warrior just to tank for me as I'm pushing this turret. Dropping an iron mine. Oh, he's level 11, wow. Sand Trooper just about gets part of that iron mine too. I didn't think it was going to take it, but he did. So against boss, you don't want to be dying that often against boss, because otherwise the more times you die, the more free energy you're giving him. Basically, it is just free energy. So you have to play a very patient game, a very different game than you would do against anybody else. Now with Lando, because you can shuffle your cards every 30 seconds, you've got that energy there. So you just have to play a bit more conservative. So as you can see now, I've done a bit of chip damage top left, just going to keep tanking and kiting things away from my turret. Boss roots me, and I'll drop in my X-Wing attack just to take care of those Blazemen. Do a bit of damage on boss, but I do die again. So that snare was really, really powerful. So boss now has a couple of shots on my turret, but nothing to worry about. As we move into 1 minute 10 seconds, I'll give myself a little shuffle. I'll drop in my drop pod. This will surprise him. Whee! And it goes. The Gregorian Rebel should do some damage on that turret now because it's focused on my drop pod. Drop in my Iron Mine. This is it. Going to go for it now. Into double energy. Going to focus that turret. Just take it down to just a fraction of health left. I can't really afford to die now. Throw in some Pathfinders, throw in some Rebel troops, but the Sand Trooper will just decimate them in one shot because it's pretty strong. Pathfinders are in there. Stormtroopers are in there. Using my X-Wing to ensure to get maximum value by including his repair unit so he can't fix his turret. I'm rooted, I can't move, so I'm screwed. Managed to recover some energy. Drop in a pod just before I bite the dust. 9-second respawn now. With 25 seconds to go. He hasn't done much damage to my turret, so he's got no push. It's looking pretty good for me, but that Sand Trooper is doing a lot of work there on my turret, which is amazing. I do take him down. Throw in my Wookiee Warrior. This is it now. It's now or never. But he drops down a light tank just to counter everything. So it's going to be tough. With 8 seconds to go, it doesn't look like we're going to get anything from this. Using my Iron Mine just to keep everything in there to kill it. Dropping some Rebel soldiers. Got to defend for the next couple of seconds in sudden death. It's going to be so close. Airstrike just about keeps everything going. This is it now. Wookiee Warrior down. 50 seconds. It looks like it's going to be game over now. And we've got this Iron Mine, Wookiee Warrior, me. And with 45 seconds to go, not even an airstrike could prevent that 1-0 win. GG. Close game. Really close game. Against a high level player. Again, pause the video to check out our decks that we're both using. 47 points. That was a big win right there. So pretty strong. Level 11's in there. And he had his unique. I haven't got unique for Lando on this account. Otherwise I might use it. I don't know. But that's the first half of mission 2 completed. And we pick up another daily. Thank you very much. Maybe some more prizes for later. Let's move into our final game of the day, which will be against Dengar. Ooh. Okay, so Dengar's got his heavy explosive as a special ability, which can really hurt everything. An AoE effect. So let's just see how we do against this chap. Not a good starting hand, so I'm not particularly pleased with that, to be honest with you. Nothing to push with, bit of defensive stuff, but I'm waiting for him to deploy a repair droid or something so I can use my X-Wing, but that doesn't happen, so it's just a waiting game. But in comes some Stormtroopers, waiting for him to get in the line of range there, and then he throws down some more stuff. Now this is where I make a really bad play. God, his right trooper survived that airstrike, can you believe it? Level 11 as well, so I should have really pushed that because he just spent 6 energy and he drops in some Blazemen, so I pushed the bottom right lane Gregorian Rebel and my Wookiee Warrior, but then he just manages to deploy light tank and also Forlom, his unique level 11 Blazeman. So that was a really bad play there by me, and this looks like it's going to be game over already. Gregorian Rebel's gone in there just to counter, but he just gets absolutely obliterated by everything. Dropping my Iron Mine. That sniper really is doing a lot of damage at level 8. He drops some Dioxis grenade. Throw down my Rebel troops. Just get some pop shots off on that turret. Pop, 1, 2. Just before, but Alana, he traps me, as you can see, with the Blazeman, and I do die. And this is going to be game over. Tried to escape a bit faster, but he just wouldn't let me escape, so I was really annoyed because I knew what he was going to do. Dropping my pod. That tower's gone. No point throwing things down to defend it. Just going to try and defend my middle turret if I can. As my pod drop does some damage on his bottom right, but again not much to worry about for him. Drop it in again. Oh, wait for that sniper first to move past, which is annoying. So I'll push with my Wookiee Warrior there, just so hopefully it'll focus on the sniper. But the sniper goes in. He drops a dewback right in between us all. Rebel troopers focusing the sniper, who just obliterates my pod drop. 4 LOM again, blitz rates on the troopers, using my airstrike just to wipe the floor of what troopers got left, recover some energy, drop my iron mine, absorb everything in very shortly, just to keep it in the radius of the iron mine so it'll kill everything. Throw down my Wookiee warrior. I've got to go for it now. He's going to push that top left. I'm not going to stop it. I'm just going to try and get some damage here and then make a push into his middle. But he's got a very strong push going up there. He drops a light tank as well and a dewback. So that tower's going to be gone as I do bring the score to 1-1 with 35 seconds to go. But as you can see, this turret is just gone. Pick up the health pack. And if I can now, try and make a strong push down this left side. But it doesn't look likely because everything's just not been killed quick enough by my Gregorian Rebel, who I think I'm actually going to pull out of the game because it's not a particularly strong unit. Missed the health pack, walked straight over it, had to go back over it again, which cost me valuable seconds. Again, this game is going to be good as lost with just 10 seconds to go. There's no way I can come back from this. GG. Be a 2-1. Bit annoyed, a couple of misplays by me in that game really, early stage, which really cost me the game. And that kind of stuff really just infuriates me. But either way, we've played our 2 missions, we pick up our 500 credits, and in the next video we'll be moving into some 2v2, hopefully if the queue times are under 10 days. Thanks so much for watching. Again, pause the video, check out our decks, and I will see you in the next Star Wars Force Arena video. May the Force be with you.